WWE has the perfect opportunity to do something really interesting that can lead up to the redemptive arc of Finn Balor and give us the push that we've always wanted him to have. And as a fan of Finn Balor, I'm excited about these possibilities, but I am also excited to talk to you guys about this. So before we get into any future things, let's just lay the foundation, because I think there's a lot of stuff that happened on Raw that planted seeds, but also foreshadowed a lot of things that I think WWE is going to do with Finn Balor. So let's just start off with the conversation that Finn had with CM Punk. Finn Balor walks up to CM Punk and says, after our championship match last week, after our loss, you lifted me up. Not only that, but you gave me my flowers. And out of a sign of respect, I got to give you your flowers back and say thank you for that opportunity. CM Punk says, hey, it takes two to tango, right? And in order for me to be considered the best in the world, I have to beat the best in the world. And I consider you as one of the best. And I don't give title opportunities to people who deserve it. I give it to people who earned it. He also says something that is very key. He says, you got to think about your legacy, Finn. And if you want to become a champion, you're going to have to ditch the Judgment Day and stay away from trash like Dominic Mysterio. CM Punk then walks away and Finn Balor stands there in silence. Next, we see him walking up to Adam Pearce, Finn Balor I'm talking about, trying to declare his spot in the Royal Rumble. And Adam Pearce says one of the most ridiculous things you could say to someone like Finn Balor. He says, hey, you had your championship match last week, so I had to fill up your spot. So I'm sorry, the Royal Rumble is full, which is crazy because it wasn't like a lot of people declared and Roman Reigns just sent in a Canva animation that he got in, but that's a whole different conversation for a different day. But Finn Balor gets visibly upset and says, how is the Royal Rumble full without Finn Balor? No Royal Rumble is full without Finn Balor. Adam Pearce says, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can really do about it. Finn Balor walks away upset, and then he bumps into Liv Morgan. And Liv instantly looks at him and says, what is this whole thing going on with you and CM Punk? He beat you in your hometown for this title, and you thanked him for that? He's not doing this out of respect. He's disrespecting you. He don't care about you. The Judgment Day is your family, so we care about you. And Finn Balor says to Liv Morgan, it's not as straightforward as it seems. I got to do something about this. And he walks away. Then later on, in the main event, we had a World Heavyweight Championship match against AJ Styles and CM Punk. And at the end of the match, you see Finn Balor comes out, kicks CM Punk, and attacks him. The match ends in disqualification. And at this point, I notice a lot of people are confused as to why Finn Balor would do something like this. But I think it's pretty obvious, and I think it's pretty clear. He wanted that World Heavyweight Championship. He was denied entry into the Royal Rumble. And now he's frustrated because, Liv Morgan is jumping down his throat. And if you look at his character in the past couple of years as being a part of the Judgment Day, he has been fiending for that title over and over. You can go back to his feud with Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. Their interview backstage. This guy was fiending for that title. Look at how the title created a rift in his relationship and brotherhood with Damian Priest when Damian Priest was a part of the Judgment Day. Finn Balor, when he wants that title, he loses his mind, he crashes out, and to find out he doesn't get an opportunity, because if you look at it, when he was talking to Finn, he seemed to be very humble, very calm, very nice, respectful. But once he found out he couldn't get in the Rumble as an opportunity to get the title, he flipped the switch and later on attacked the person with the title. Even though that doesn't guarantee anything, he is mad at the person who holds it, even though CM Punk did nothing to him. And that just shows you how crazy Finn Balor is about getting that title. Now, how can this whole thing create a redemptive arc for Finn Balor? For one of the key things that CM Punk said is that you're going to have to ditch the Judgment Day. And we all know that ditching the Judgment Day is something that Finn Balor absolutely needs to do. Now, what I think they could be doing with this whole thing is with him attacking CM Punk and being the way that he is, it shows how desperate he is for the title. So I think he probably is going to take somebody out at the Royal Rumble and into the Royal Rumble. Now, what they could do, since CM Punk said that you got to dish garbage like Dominic Mysterio, and Finn Balor didn't even defend Dominic Mysterio. If Dominic Mysterio returns at the Rumble and he's the person to eliminate Finn Balor, that can not only cause a rift in the Judgment Day, but reinforce what CM Punk said, that you can't win a title as long as you're part of the Judgment Day. Now, if you ask, why would Dominic Mysterio do that? Maybe Liv Morgan can convince him and say, hey, Finn is questioning whether he wants to be a part of the Judgment Day. He's losing his focus. He's not locked in. He's not. And we don't need that a part of the Judgment Day. We need someone who is serious about getting championships like Dominic Mysterio is. We need a leader that is a champion like Dominic Mysterio. And maybe that can convince him to do that. And that can cause the issues between Finn and Dominic Mysterio, creating more of a rift between the Judgment Day, which is much needed. And I think this can also tell the story to let Finn Balor know this whole entire time, these years that you've been desperate after these titles, the way you've been trying to get them have not worked ever. And maybe this can be an opportunity where Finn can realize within himself, like, okay, if I want to be a champion, being the way that I am have not worked. I can't win it this way, so I have to turn babyface. And in turning babyface, he can like the way that things are. And that can set up a redemptive arc of him actually winning the World Heavyweight Championship at some point in time this year. I think that would just be an amazing thing. And I think a match between him and Dominic Mysterio has to happen. But him turning out to be the babyface, especially based upon how he was acting last week after their match and his conversation with CM Punk, you can see them sprinkling the seeds as far as him being a babyface. And if they want to do something even bigger later on, when JD McDonough returns, if he turns on Finn Balor and become the Irish ace like he was in NXT UK when he was Jordan Devlin, if we get that and they have a feud, mentor and mentee, I think that could be absolutely amazing for the both of them, because I'm glad that JD McDonough is finally getting fans who realize how great in the ring he is, but this will be a great opportunity for the both of them, in my personal opinion. But let me know in the comment section, do you guys agree with my assessment? Do you think that could possibly be what's in the works in WWE, or do you not really care? I would love to hear what you have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Salute, peace, have a great day.